Hello. So, I am back with another video. It is a bit later. I don't know if you can hear the rain. It's a rainy day. I put my mic up to the ceiling. Hopefully you could hear it. I don't know. But I have a new video, and I don't know if anyone has done this already. I haven't seen anyone do it. It just came to my mind, and I thought it'd be a cool little video to do. And I can get like books that I want to read off of my TBR, and like books I don't have to stick to my TBR with. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing like a rainbow reading vlog. Basically, what that means is no, I will not be reading about how rainbows are made and rainbows and all that. I will be reading books in rainbow order. So, I've got like a red book, like a book with red on the cover, a book with blue on the cover. Yeah, that. Some of these books, they are a stretch. They are a stretch. But I've got 6 books lined up. For my red book, I'm going to be reading Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadband. For my orange book, I'm going to be reading Caught Up by Liz Tomford. For my yellow book, I'm going to be reading The 7-Year Slip, which I'm so excited for. Now, this is where it starts getting a bit questionable. For my green book, I'm going to be reading Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. I am so excited for this. I've been wanting to read Percy Jackson for years, but I've never gotten around to it. And then a few months ago, the show came out, and I watched it, and I loved it. So I'm going to be reading the books. And my Percy Jackson copy is like the one on Kindle that's like got that bright green border, so I'm counting it as green. For my blue book, I'm going to be reading The Great Undoing of Daisy Hates, I think. The Great Undoing Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings. And it's got like blue and green on the cover for like the water behind it, if you can see there. For my purple book, now this one is the one that has the most stretch. I'm going to be reading Swift and Saddled, and it's purple because I say it is, and because it's got like a purple little sunset in the back. So that's like all that counts. I'm starting with Daughter of No Worlds, and I'm going to start reading it now. So yeah. Hello, it has been a while since I last saw you, and I finished Daughter of No Worlds. It got 4 stars. Finished Daughter of No Worlds and started Caught Up, which Daughter of No Worlds got 4 stars because it was a bit slow, but I did really enjoy it, and I really enjoyed the like love interest. Like he may be on my new book boyfriend roster, which I mean it's very easy to get on that roster of book boyfriends. Very easy. Anyway, I'm reading Caught Up now. I am, let me tell you, 24% through. I might finish it tomorrow since it's going quite fast. Well, like, not even quite fast, but I feel like when I pick it up, I feel like I'm reading for a really long time, but I'm not. And I've read a lot. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You probably know what I'm talking about. But this is my orange book. Yay! So we're on book orange. And I am enjoying it. I have loved the first 2 Liz Tomford books, which are both in reading vlogs. I'm pretty sure I will. One is in the reading 200 pages a day, so that's mile high in that. And then the other one is in my 24-hour like timer reading vlog, which is The Right Move, which I adored, and we're getting crumbs of the couples in those books in this. We're getting crumbs, but I like crumbs. So far, my favorite character is Miller, but I absolutely love Max. Is that his name? Wait a minute. I'm gonna find if that's his name. Max. Yes! I love Max. He is, even though he's an infant, he acts more grown up than some of the guys on Kai's team. But I love it. I'm having such a fun time reading this. And I will see you once I finish it. And I think I'll start reading The 7-Year Slip, which I'm so excited for. So, I finished Caught Up yesterday, and I started The 7-Year Slip. Wait. I'm like only 15 pages in, so I don't really start it. So yeah. But it's my book Yellow, my yellow book, and it is the 19th currently of April, and yesterday. No, wait, is it? No, I'm lying. It's the 20th. It was the 19th yesterday, and Taylor Swift's album came out, and it was amazing. It was the double album. Spent basically all day listening to it. Had a really good time listening to it. It's a great album. But I also realized, since I'm filming this so late into the month, because I had this planned, like, I think in March. So I had the books picked out in March that I was going to read for this. On the 23rd, Funny Story by Emily Henry comes out. And as most of you know, that is a very blue cover. Very blue cover. So I think instead of reading Daisy Hates the Great Undoing as my blue book, I'm going to read Funny Story, since I was going to read it anyway. And yeah, I'm going to read it in one day, so it'll help me get this video out quicker. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to change from Daisy Hates the Great Undoing to Funny Story by Emily Henry. And then I know I'll also be able to get this up by the next Sunday, by the Sunday I want to get it up. So yeah, I am very excited for Funny Story by Emily Henry. It's, again, one of my most anticipated reads of the year. And yeah, and Caught Up got 4.75 stars. I loved it so much. I loved the little tropes in it. Max is officially my favorite character in that whole entire series. What else? I don't really know. So yeah, I had a really fun time reading it. I loved it. I loved everything about it. So literally don't know what else to say. Because it's just a book that I loved. I don't have many thoughts on it. I just loved it. You know when you get those books. Yeah. But yeah, I had a really fun time reading it, and it got 4.75 stars. So yeah, I love the characters. I literally cannot wait for Play Along. Is that what I think that's what the next book is called. Because I literally love Isaiah and I love Kennedy in this book, and those are the characters for the next book. But I loved Kennedy and Isaiah and Caught Up. Isaiah's my favorite character. I'm like, so I know I don't remember the names of the character, but they seem like these two would get in that predicament. So I went on Liz Tom Ford's Instagram, and lo and behold, it was them, and my heart just felt happy. So I'm definitely going to be getting that the moment it comes out on Kindle Unlimited, because for books that I know are coming out on Kindle Unlimited, and if I've read the series mostly on Kindle Unlimited, I probably will end up just getting them on Kindle Unlimited like I do with Anna Huang books, because I know all of them are basically on KU. So I'm just I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on KU, because I can get it for free, and then I can also not have one of the fourth book in the series of 7 that I have on my Kindle, and none of the others are on my Kindle. So yeah. Hello. So, I have not updated in a hot minute. And basically, it is a few days later, and I have read 3 books. So I read The 7-Year Slip, Percy Jackson, and Funny Story. We're gonna start off with, I'm gonna obviously talk about them, but the next book I'm reading is my purple book, which is Swift and Saddled, which I'm very excited about, because I don't know, I loved the first book. I loved it, and I think I read it even in 2 days. And I love little books that I can get through in 2 days. Alright, so The 7-Year Slip got 4.75 stars. This was so good. I did not expect it to be this good, because most of the time books that are super hyped, I either love them or hate them, and I didn't think this would be a love book. I don't know, it just seemed like it would be a bit boring, and I'd be because of the plot of the book, I'm gonna hate this, aren't I? But I wanted to give it a chance, so it got 4.75 stars. It would have gotten 5 stars if not for the pacing. The pacing was so slow. I was so bored at times.
But it was genuinely a good book. I had a fun time reading it. It got 4.75 stars, of course. The prospect, like, was different than what I thought it was. I thought it was, like, a completely different thing than it turned out to be, so that's why it did not get a bad review. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I liked the characters, and I'm a very character-driven girly, so, helped out. Then we read The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, which got us 3.5 stars. And she just wasn't it. I mean, I think the fact she was a good book. Don't get me wrong, she was a good book. But I think it's because I watched the show first. I think it's because I just was bored because I'm like, I know what happens, But I bet the second book is going to be like at least 4 stars because I did have a fun time reading this. It's just because I watched the show before, so I'm like, I already know what happens. I don't really want to read it. But I made it go at the beginning of the year after I watched the first season of Percy Jackson that I want to read the series because I have wanted to read these books for years, like when I was in my Harry Potter obsession. But because I was in I'm still in like a Harry Potter obsession, don't get me wrong. But because I was so deep into Harry Potter and people were like, oh, you're either a Percy Jackson person or a Harry Potter person. I did not want to become a Percy Jackson person. I'm like, you know what, these sound amazing. My friend even read them and she was like, they're amazing. And I'm like, I'm not going to read them because I don't want to change into a Percy Jackson girly. I mean, I'm a Harry Potter girly through and through. I don't think I'm going to be a Percy Jackson girly. I think I'm going to like these series. But, it was just because I liked Harry Potter so much. I did not want it to taint my view on Harry Potter. That's the only reason I have not read all these books yet. So I made it a goal once I watched the first season of the show that I want to read the whole series this year. Then I read a funny story by Emily Henry, which got 4.5 stars. Miss Girl did it every time. All the books I read by her either have, I think, 4 stars or up. I love them all so much. Funny Story was so good. It was so good. It was so fun. Again, it didn't get 5 stars because I couldn't, I don't know, I feel like the third act really, irks me. I don't know what it was about it. Just, I'm like, this could have been, could have, resolved this with a simple sentence. Literally, they would have sent a sentence to each other and it'd be done. Done and dusted. So yeah, that's the only reason I was like, no, it's not 5 stars. And also it didn't give me 5-star tingles, 5-star feels. But yeah, it was a really good book. I did end up reading it one day. It took me a while because, I started reading it quite early in the morning. Then I just took a lot of breaks, mainly because of how boiling it is where I am. That's the main reason I think why I didn't get through it, because I'm like, I cannot be reading about them, I cannot read just fun, cozy stuff while I am boiling to death. So it took me a while to get through. I finished it in the late evening, but I did finish it. Did read the whole thing in one day. And now I'm moving on to Swift and Saddled. Yeah, I'm very excited to read this. I like the first book a lot. And I like the main, I think I know who it went. We are just gonna do some research, see who this follows again. Because I know the girlie it follows. It follows the best friend, right? The bestie friendy. You know what? I can't see it. Anyway, that's all I wanted to really say. I'm gonna read this, and then we're gonna be done with the challenge. Hello. So, I've officially finished the challenge. I've finished Swift and Saddled, and I'm still thinking about a review because I literally just finished it. But I think it's probably gonna get around a 4.5, somewhere between that area. I had a really fun time reading it. So far, I am loving this series, this second book. I can't wait for the third book. I don't know when it's coming out. I don't know if it's coming out. Okay, we'll see. But yeah, I had a really fun time reading it. What else? This was not about the best friend. I was delusional. I thought this was about the best friend. No, this is about some random girly and the main character of the first book's brother. Because she has like 4 brothers, right? Wes, Gus, another one, I think. I don't know. I'm terrible with names, if you could not tell already. But yeah, I had a really fun time reading this. Very good book. Really recommend it. Really recommend it. And yeah. So yeah. I again had an amazing time reading this. It was fun. It was quick. There was a dog in this one. And dogs are my kryptonite. I love dogs in books. And yeah, those are all the books, all the reads for this video. I had a really fun time reading it. Doing this challenge and reading all the books. I did manage to find a bunch of books that I loved. But yeah, that is like all that this video is going to consist of. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.